position we might have a candidate for? Yeah. Are there any intentions for presenting a candidate for the position of the 2027 JCI President? JCI Türkiye!
Fellow members and friends from across the globe. It is a true privilege to introduce a leader who believes that the essence of leadership lies not in the position we hold, but in the people we empower along the way. Her journey has been defined by a deep-rooted commitment to our shared values, having embraced leadership responsibility early in her career. She has consistently demonstrated that true capability is built through dedicated service. From her time as National President of JCI Türkiye to her years as Vice President and Executive Vice President, her path has been one of steady and truthful contribution to our global family. Currently, serving as a Chief Executive Assistant to the President, she brings an unique lens of grace and resolve to the very heart of our organization. Yet, regardless of her role, she has remained a leader who speaks the language of the heart. She possesses that rare human-centered gift of being able to connect with every single person she met, transcending borders and backgrounds. She is a leader who listens with empathy, acts with bold sincerity, and inspires others to discover the greatness they may not yet see in themselves. Please join me in welcoming a bridge builder, a devoted mentor, and a visionary friend. Our candidate for 2027 JCI President Nihal Zoroğlu'nun. Past JCI presidents, national presidents, chief delegates, members, senators, dear guests. Wow! What a moment standing here in front of you to share a few words. I'm a firm believer of moments to momentum. And I believe there are tiny little moments that collectively bring us into momentum. And I'm facing one of those moments right now. And I was thinking today in the morning, what are those tiny little moments that collectively brought me here today, to this stage, to this very minute? And I would like to share one of those stories with you. In 2018, when I was national president for JCI Türkiye, I was invited to speak at a conference. And the audience was different. Most of them were hearing about JCI for the very first time. I went on the stage for 30 minutes. I speak about what we do in JCI, how we do it, and why we do it. I walk off the stage, and during the break, a lady in her mid-40s approached me. She said, I have 2 sons. One is 9, one is 6. And many times I feel I'm failing as a parent because I don't have the resources to guide them or a network to ask for support. And after hearing you, I realized maybe for the very first time in a long time that I felt hope. I realized that I'm not alone. I realized there are people out there, young people, creating opportunities and taking initiatives and creating, maybe building something better. And she said something that maybe I will never forget. She said, today you gave me hope. And this is one of the greatest gifts I have ever received. And afterwards, she took a ring out of her finger and she gave it to me. And she said, please keep doing what you're doing. And this is the very same ring. I have been carrying it with me for many years, everywhere I go, as a reminder of that moment and as a reminder of why I'm standing here today. And thanks to my national organization, JCI Türkiye, to this amazing area, JCI Europe, and JCI globally, for helping me create more of those moments. And I'm sure when you think about your own journey in JCI, you have many moments like this. The moments where people have been seen, have been heard, and not felt alone because of something you did. So for me, questioning JCI is never about, can we create impact? We already do. But the real question is, how do we multiply that impact? And for me, the answer is very simple. The answer is unity. To make it a little bit tangible for you, I would like to ask you to take the little tiny bags in front of you, the dark blue ones, and inside that bag, there is a tiny piece of puzzle. And look for it, yes, it's gonna be a little challenging, but I'll walk you through it. When you find it, I will also ask you to hold it. And remember, each of these puzzles represent one big puzzle. And only if all the puzzle pieces comes together, then we see the whole picture. And that whole picture is the impact we want to create in this world. The whole picture is unity. And each piece represents every sectors of society, every voice, every leader. Each piece represents you. And as you know, if even one piece is missing, the puzzle is incomplete. So, while you're holding the puzzle piece in your hand, I want you to remember that the future will not be shaped by the ones who act alone, but the ones who brings others together to act on challenges that no one can solve alone. And today, with deep belief in unity, and to this organization, and in every one of you, I am announcing my candidacy for 2027 JCI President. And I'm here to seek your support, to calling every young person to action, to bring all sectors of society around one table, to act together, to design together, to measure the impact together, to not to work in parallel but in partnership, not for communities but with communities. Because somewhere out there, there are 2 boys, and the world they grow up in depends on what we build today. The world that we will lead to unite. Thank you.